Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of biology. And of course today we are continuing our study of supporting tissues, and today we are going to be looking at supporting tissues in animals. As you have seen, we're going to be looking at the skeleton. Okay, please do not forget that these tutorials, that these episodes, they are all brought to you by the only O3 schools, WAEC and the JAMB applications. Okay, so if you are preparing for any O-level exam, JAMB, WAEC, NECO, okay, GCE, all right, all of our tutorials are tailored to help you pass your exam at once. That's our mantra, that is our goal, and that is why our testimonies speak for itself. All right, but before we talk about the application, let us quickly see a question that relates to what we want to do today. All right, this will be one of many questions we're going to answer at the end of the class and not before. All right, because at O3 schools we want to give you value. Let us teach you. Let us see a 2022 biology JAMB question, 2022 number 26. 2022 number 26. All right, and here it said there are dash forms of skeletal materials found in animals. Right, there are dash forms of skeletal materials found in animals. A says 2, B says 3, C says 4, D says 6. All right, so we'll come back to this question and many more at the end of the class. Okay, so please do not run anywhere. And make sure you get the application on your own device. All right, because the app has everything you need to succeed in your exam. All right, it has all the past questions for your exam for both JAMB and WAEC. All right, if you're preparing for JAMB, you get the JAMB app. If you're preparing for the WAEC app, if you're preparing for WAEC, you get the WAEC app. All right, and of course the app has all the past questions for all subjects. What is more is that this question search feature, you can search for question according to topics. All right, like right now for this particular topic, now we just went to the app and search for skeleton. Okay, or you can search for any keyword that is on this board. All right, we can talk about cheating now. You can just search for cheating. All right, and question that JAMB has set under cheating, that anywhere cheating has appeared in JAMB question before, will come up for you to answer. All right, so by the time you answer questions after reading a particular topic, there's no way an examiner want to choose question for you that you'll not be able to answer. Also, there's also a classroom feature. This classroom feature has lecture notes that are tailored, okay, that are structured according to the JAMB syllabus. All right, so you know that for you to be able to pass JAMB, you must finish the syllabus for your 4 subjects. For you to be able to pass WAEC, you must finish the syllabus for all your most recommended subjects that are specific to the course you want to study. All right, so you must ensure that you study with the syllabus. The app has all the syllabus for both JAMB and WAEC on the JAMB and WAEC app. All right, and likewise, aside that, there is a study plan. You can create a timetable from the application. What it does is that it will break all of the syllabus. All right, it will break it down for you according to the days or the number of months you want to study. All right, and then so that you'll be able to go finish the syllabus on time. Wonderful, amazing feature. You should try it out. And then there's a challenge, okay, a mock challenge on the app. For JAMB challenge, there's a mock or UTME challenge on the app every Saturday. For the WAEC also, there's also a WAEC challenge every Saturday by 1 p.m. The JAMB challenge is by 10 a.m. every morning. All right, so please ensure you jump on the opportunity. The challenge is contested by everybody, every user that is preparing for exam for this year. You compete with them, you win prizes. All right, apart from winning prizes, which is not even the major point of the challenge, is to put you in place of the examiner, to see how an examiner is reasoning, how you might want to confuse you. You get used to JAMB past question or WAEC past question, you get used to WAEC likely or JAMB likely exam question, and so on and so forth. All of these wonderful features and many more that I cannot even talk about right now because of time. All right, they all go for an activation fee that is less than the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. All right, so you see that smoothie you are buying. All right, you see that meat pie you are buying. Okay, it's not even up to the price. All right, so please ensure that you activate your app. Okay, pay the activation fee, activate it, start using it immediately. You can message this phone number on WhatsApp if you want to get your activation. 09121 515246. So let us talk about supporting tissues in animals today. I'm sure that you have seen a boxer before, okay? People that box now, okay? People that do wrestling. You like watching a lot of wrestling. If you have not seen a wrestler before, then possibly you must have gone to the gym. Or you might see people who are gymming, all right? Okay? The way they move their body. If you have not seen that one, you must have seen a footballer or any sport person, Okay, you see the way what they move. One thing that is common among all animals is that what we all move from one place to another. Okay, we move from one place to what to another. Movement is something that is common to all animals. All right, and we move from one place to another for many reasons. Okay, some go to what search for food. Okay, some what run away from danger. Okay, others even what go and look for who they will do with so that they can give birth to children, okay, for reproductive purposes. Okay, so many other reasons. Even you, sometimes you that is watching this video right now, you go out, you move from one place to another for your own needs. Okay, some of you have to go to school, some of you have to go to lesson, some of you have to go and wash plates, some of you have to do so. You move for several reasons, and whatever those reasons may be, one thing that is certain is that all animals is something that is common to what all animals will move from one place to what to another. Is very, very, very what important. Okay, and of course, another thing you should take note of is that when we move, all right, is different from locomotion. Okay, movement is different from locomotion. All right, so you know when they say movement, right? When they say movement, M-O, this one movement. Okay, it's different from when we say locomotion. All right, so when you are moving, okay, when you are performing what movement, okay, you are moving only one part of what of your body. Okay, you are moving what one part of your body. You can do like this, like your hand now is moving. Okay, but locomotion is one that what takes you to move from one place to another. So please do not interchange with them. All right, we all move, we understand. Okay, in the general sense. Okay, but when it comes to what to explaining it in details, movement means moving one part of your body. Okay, while what locomotion means what actually what's moving yourself from one place to the other. All right, and again, if you see all our body is covered with what with skin, Abi. You see the face has skin, hand skin everywhere. But what of if you remove the skin? If you peel off the skin that you are seeing now, what will you see? All right, that's when you now see what this skeleton want to talk about today. All right, so the skeleton is what you see. All right, when we peel this flesh and we remove what this skin. Okay, and we'll peel the flesh. We see what the skeleton. All right, so that is what we're going to major on today. All right, we say that skeleton in animals serves as a what? As a supporting tissue. It's a supporting, that's why we're talking about supporting tissues. So we're talking about supporting tissues. Okay, the skeleton serves as a supporting tissue that gives shape. It gives shape, all right? Because imagine you with that skeleton, you'll be like legbere, okay? Just imagine somebody that does not have skeleton in his body, because the skeleton is made up of what? Of bones. Okay, it's made up of what? Cartilages. Okay, so without that skeleton, imagine me now, I don't have skeleton. This if I may not even be able to stand. Okay, because I will not have shape. I look like an amoeba. Amoeba waiting no good. Okay, so the skeleton serves as a supporting tissue that gives us shape. Gives us structure. All right. Protection, protects what? Internal organs, okay, and also supports what? The body, and supports the body, all right? So the skeleton in animals serves as a supporting tissue that gives shape, it gives structure, gives protection, and supports the body, all right? And then say it forms a framework that supports muscles, organs, and other tissues, okay? So you can say the skeleton is what? It's a framework that supports the body. It's the framework. It forms the framework that supports muscles, organs, and other tissue. All right, so you must take note of that. So a skeleton is It's a framework that gives support to the body. They say define a skeleton. That should be the one thing that will come out of your mouth. Okay, it's a framework that gives support to the body. Okay, that is a skeleton. All right, and then we'll be looking at what skeleton from now on. All right, so please, but before we begin, we have discovered that many of you do not want us to succeed. Okay, at O3 schools, because we have discovered that many of you do not like our videos. You don't like our videos, just watch and just go. All right, liking the video will make other students easily find this video. Abi, you know what made a pass? Please click on the like button as you're watching right now. Okay, and that hand that just like this is like. Just click on it. Boom, that is all. We are not paying for it. Some of you do know, you watch the video, you don't subscribe. Subscription is free, just for you to what, get notified whenever I release a new video. Why will you not want to subscribe? Click on that red subscribe button below this video. It's free also. Some of you do not share our video links. Click on the share button, copy the link, share to your classmates, share to your class group. Let everybody learn and pass, okay? I be the success isn't meant for only you. Now only you get time. Please share the link to what? To your friends, your loved ones, to your class group, to your junior ones that are in SS1. Let them start following us from SS1. You will see how good they are when they get to what, SS2 or SS3. All right? Please, testimonies abound. Now, the skeleton of different animals is made up of different skeletal framework. Okay, the skeleton of different animals is made up of different skeletal framework or materials. Okay, it's made up of different materials. The skeleton of different animals is made up of different materials, and there are about 3 of them. All right, 3 of them. It's an exam question, all right? This is an exam question. I've seen it in your past question before. Okay, that the skeleton of animals is made up of dash types of materials. Okay, 3 forms of materials. Number 1, we have what's called the chitin. All right, we have the chitin, CHITIN. Number 2, we have cartilages. Okay, and then number 3, we have what to call bones. All right, please take note of that. Okay, that the skeleton of animals is made up of 3 forms of material, or 3 types of materials, mainly the chitin, the cartilage, and and the bones. And we're going to be looking at each of them one after the other. So let's talk about the chitin first of all. The chitin is the major material that makes up the exoskeleton of arthropods. We know what arthropods are, right? So we'll talk about phylum arthropod, in fact, in the beginning of biology. So that is why you are not expected to jump from topic to topic. You progress, you start reading, everything is connected, because the knowledge you learn from the very first topic will be useful to you. All right, even in the last one. All right, that's why even in mathematics, 1 + 1, okay, that you have learned since kindergarten or even nursery, all right, you still go to use it in your even till you graduate, okay, because 1 + 1 will always be 2. All right, so please do not jump on topics. Read and study accordingly, all right, so that way you can fully understand, okay, and be using the knowledge from the previous class to surmount the challenges in the next one. All right, so phylum arthropods. Okay, we say the chitin is the major materials that makes up the exoskeleton of arthropods. You know what arthropods are? Like your insects. Okay, your arthropods, they're like your insects. Okay, like your spider, your scorpion. Those ones are arthropods. Now, it is a protein. The chitin itself is a protein carbohydrate. Take note, it is a protein carbohydrate compound, and it is usually hardened. The chitin is very hard. It is hardened by the deposition of minerals, okay? Calcium salt, all right? It is hardened by the deposition of minerals. The minerals here are calcium compounds, okay, or calcium salts, all right? They are calcium salts. That is what hardens the chitin, all right? And of course, the chitin is what? It's a polysaccharide, because it's a protein carbohydrate compound. It's a polysaccharide. And if you notice very well, you will see that that the chitin, okay, of arthropods, all right, the arthropods usually shed their chitin, that chitinous exoskeleton, so that they can grow, because that chitin that they have, okay, which is hardened by the deposition of this calcium salt, but that makes them makes it to limit their growth. Okay, it makes it to limit their growth, so they have to shed it off. As you can see here, a chitinous exoskeleton usually limits the size and weight of the arthropod. Okay, this chitin, okay, because it is very hard, okay, it limits their growth and their size and their weight. All right, so for that reason, for them to grow, for those arthropods to grow, they usually shed. They usually those usually peels off, okay, just like sometimes you see your hand peeling, okay, so it's they shed off that chitinous exoskeleton, so that they can increase in size. That's why we say that a chitinous exoskeleton usually limits the size. Limits, you know what limit is? Okay, prevents the arthropod from growing. All right, so for that reason, they have to shed their shells, okay, or exoskeleton in order to increase in size. All right. So there are so many types of what of arthropods. Okay, we have what the insects. Okay, like we have insects. You see a question right now, but by the end of the class, you see a question that has to do. You were given what four different type of what animals, okay, and then we asked to what to pick which one is what is an arthropod among each of them, okay. So we have insects, we have like scorpions, all right. All this one they're arthropod. We have spiders, okay. We have what millipedes, okay. We have centipedes, all right. All these ones are what they are all what arthropods, okay. Then of course this one are the ones that lives on the land. These ones are what are the ones that live on the land. Then the ones there are some arthropods that live in the water, like what like your crabs, okay, your crayfish, okay, your shrimp, all right, even your lobsters, okay, all of these they're also what arthropods, okay. So they have what they possess what this chitin, they see that what their outer what exoskeleton, okay, their exoskeleton, okay, is what very very hard, all right. So most arthropods need to what shed off that what exoskeleton so that they can grow freely, so they can increase in size. Now, without wasting more time, I've looked at what the chitin. Now let us now quickly look at the cartilages, okay, cartilages. Let's look at the cartilages. And what are the cartilages? What are the cartilages? I'm sure that you have seen what the cartilage is before, isn't it? The cartilage is a spongy jelly-like structure. Okay, it's a spongy, okay, jelly-like structure. Okay, the what's it called? The cartilage. We're talking about cartilage now. The cartilage is a spongy jelly-like structure, all right? And this cartilage is not mainly part of what of the skeleton, okay, but it plays a very very important role. Okay, if you look at like your nose, okay, there are cartilages what in your nose, all right. If you look at your ear, all right, there are cartilages there, and they are very 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 soft. Okay, they are not as hard as what are bones. We're not talking about bones yet. Okay, so they are soft, okay, or spongy jelly-like structure that plays an important role in giving us what shape also. Imagine what that there are no cartilages what in your nose, okay. That means you can I wonder how your nose will be, okay, without those cartilages there. So they play a very important role, okay, in our skeletal system, in our framework, all right. But they are not majorly part of the skeleton. Likewise, the cartilage is present. It's present at the end of bones. Okay, I'm sure you have seen a bone before. You see a bone, you see one jelly-like structure that is like shining, okay, at the end, that you can even use your teeth to scrape. Okay, I know most of it I like eating biscuit bone. Okay, at the end of that bone, okay, let's say this is your bone. Okay, all right. So at the end of this bone, at this end, so like this, there are some jelly-like structure there, all right, that this that white tissue was shining that you can scrape off your teeth and eat, all right. This one that are called cartilages. They are present at the end of bones. They are not ligaments, so do not confuse cartilage with ligaments, okay. Ligaments, they are not ligaments, okay. Cartilages, ligaments, they are what ligament connect two bones together. This one's their work is to connect two bones. Okay, but the cartilages, all right, they are not there for connection. They are in between. Okay, they are found at the end of bones. Okay, or in between the bones. Okay, in between these two bones that the ligament is connecting, you usually find cartilages there. All right, they are soft. They play a very important role. All right, also in giving us our structure. And cartilages, they are very tough. Okay, they are tough. Okay, and like I said, that gel like that, you can say that they can also say they are semi-transparent. Okay, transparent, all right. They are semi-transparent. They do not have nerves, okay, or blood vessels. They do not have blood vessels, okay. They do not have nerves, okay. Those are cartilages. They are semi-transparent, okay. They are semi-transparent tissues, okay. They are tough. The fact that they are soft does not make them very, 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 very less tougher. Okay, they are tough. Or they are not leg bearers. Okay, they are tough. That's why you can see them at the end of bones. All right, they help to cushion the effect of friction. Okay, between two bones. So they are they are tough. They are tough, semi-transparent tissues, all right, that do not have blood vessels or nerves. You must take note of that. They help to prevent friction between bones and also help to absorb shock. Okay, between bones. Okay, we have another bone here. It helps to absorb shock. Okay, between bones. All right, they help to prevent friction between bones, and they help to prevent friction. Okay, and also help to absorb shock. Absorb shock between bones. Take note of this. These are the functions of of the cartilage. It is very, very, very important you take note of that. Okay, they help to prevent friction between two bones and also help to absorb shock between bones. There are different types of cartilages. All right, we have like about 3 of them. Number 1 is one we call the hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is the most common type of cartilage that's found. Okay, we have the hyaline cartilage. Okay, we also have the one we call the fibrocartilage. And then lastly, we have the one we call the elastic cartilage. Okay, and like I said, this hyaline cartilage is the most common, all right, among all the types of cartilage. It is the most common among all the type of cartilage. It is found in the nose. You can find this hyaline cartilage in the nose. You can see it in in the ribs. Okay, and then you can also find in the trachea. All right, so these are the positions where you can find this hyaline cartilage. All right, like we say, it is the most common. Okay, it is the most common. All right, and then it consists of what we call collagen fibers. This hyaline cartilage consists of what we call collagen fibers, okay, which help to strengthen the cartilage. All right, these collagen fibers present in this hyaline cartilage help to strengthen the cartilage. All right, and then it's the weakest type of cartilage that we also have. The hyaline cartilage is the weakest type of cartilage that is found. Okay, it is the most common. It is the weakest. Okay, it is found in this location: nose, ribs, larynx, trachea, and then of course it is the weakest, like we have said. All right, but it contains what we call collagen fiber that helps to strengthen the cartilage. Now let us now quickly talk about the fibrocartilage. The fibrocartilage is the strongest among all 3 of the cartilages. It is the strongest. Okay, while hyaline cartilage is the weakest. Okay, Baba is the strongest. Fibrocartilage. Okay, and where can we find the fibrocartilage? You can find them in invertebral discs. You can find them in invertebral discs. You can find them in joints. You can find them in capsules. Okay, you can also find them in ligaments. Okay, you can find them in ligaments, and it consists of of thick layers of dense collagen fibers. Okay, consists of it also have collagen fibers. Okay, but it consists of very thick layers of dense collagen fibers. All right, so that is the fibrocartilage, the strongest. All right, and consists of of thick layers of dense collagen fibers. It is found in invertebral discs. You can find them in joints. You can find them in capsules. You can find them in ligaments. Okay, that is the fibrocartilage, the strongest type of cartilage that we have. Then the last one is the elastic cartilage. This elastic cartilage is found in external ear. You can find this one in external ear. Okay, external ear. You can find them at the larynx. Okay, you can find this one also at the epiglottis. All right, so that is the elastic cartilage found in external ears, larynx, and the epiglottis. Okay, as you can see already, you know that is not very, very strong. It's not as strong as as the fibrocartilage. All right, now also note this. Okay, that cartilages, okay, can be converted by converted to to bones. Okay, cartilages, okay, can be transformed to to bones. Okay, or converted to bones. Okay, by the addition of minerals. Okay, in a process that we know as and call as ossification. Okay, ossification. All right. So this is the process whereby cartilages, these cartilages, okay, are hardened into bone. Okay, they are hardened. They are hardened. All right, so they are changed to bones, or they are converted to bones by being hardened. No, cartilages are not as hard as bones. Okay, but you can harden them, okay, to become what? Bones. All right, in that process is called what? Ossification. Please take note of that. It's a prime exam question. All right, a process whereby cartilages are hardened into bones by the addition of minerals. Okay, is called what? Ossification. All right, so if you have known that, please, now we can now go to the bones. Let's not talk about what the bones itself. Please, if you have not liked this video for any reason, ensure you do that immediately. Okay, ensure you do that immediately. Click on the like button. Okay, copy the link of the video and share to your friends and loved ones, and ensure that you are subscribed to this channel so that you can get notification, all right, whenever we release a new video. All right, so let's talk about bones. So bones are hard and rigid structures. They are hard and rigid structures, okay, in our what? In our body, all right? They are very hard and what? And very rigid, okay? And of course, it means that our skeleton is made up of what? Different types of bone, different types, okay? Different types of bones of what? Different shapes, okay? And what? Different what? Sizes. All right, so they are hard and rigid bones. They are hard and rigid, and our skeletal system, okay, has what? Different type of what? Bones of different shapes and what? And sizes, okay. And approximately there are about 270 to 300 what? Bones in a human body for a baby that just was born, okay? So if you have a small baby, okay, that just born, okay, it has about what? Approximately what? 300 bones, okay, in the what? In the human body. Now, but as the baby begins to grow, as the baby begins to what? Eat food, eat calcium food, begin to what? Grow, you see that what? The number of bones as the baby matures, okay, reduces to what? To 206. So at maturity, the bones, which were initially 207 to 300, becomes what? 206. So a mature human being, okay, has about 206 bones in his or her body. You guys watching the video, you have 206 bones. But when you were born, you had up to 300 bones in your body, okay? But why? Why is it that when we were small, we had more bones? And now that we are now adult, our bone can reduce, okay? And if you notice very well, see that what? We have all grown taller, okay? We have lesser bones, we have grown taller, we have grown stronger, okay? It is because what? At birth, okay, a baby, right, has what? Very soft bones, okay, have very what? Small bones. They have bones that are not rigid. They are not what? Rigid, okay? They are not mature, okay? But as the baby begins to grow, you see that these bones begin to what? Fuse together. They begin to what? Fuse what? Together. And then they become what? Rigid. All right, and then become what? Hard, okay? So that is what happens. So as they begin to fuse together, as they begin to join together, like two bones now, maybe later now become what? One, because of the fusion, all right? You now discover that the number of bones at maturity reduced to what? To 206. So that is what happens. So when a baby is just born, all right, the baby has up to 300 bones, but as the baby matures, the number of bones reduces to what? To 206 at maturity. And that is why bones play a very, very important role, okay, in the human body, okay? And that is what? Protection, all right? Protection of what? Of internal organs, all right? That's what the function of what? Of bones. They help to protect internal organs, like our heart, okay, like our lungs, and other vital organs in the human body. All right. So that is that. For that, bones are they are hard and rigid structures, and at birth we have close to 300 bones, but at maturity 206 bones. All right. And the reason is because baby bones are very, very, very soft. They are very, very small. They are not rigid. Okay. But when they mature, the bones fuse together. They now become rigid and hard. And bones play a vital role in protecting of internal organs like our heart and our lungs. So therefore, bones, they come together to what? To make up our skeletal what? System. Bones come together to make up our skeletal system. All right, please take note of that. It's just like you see I don't know if you have an umbrella, okay? You must have seen an umbrella, and if you look at the umbrella, you see some iron, you see some rods, okay, that what hold what the umbrella was together. Okay, as any of you had an umbrella that one of those rods got broken, how do you see the shape? You see that the umbrella will just come, like if one gets broken, you see that it will not have its form again. That framework will be distorted. The framework will be what? Will be distorted, all right? So that is what happens, okay? So if any of our bones, okay, guess what, broken, you see that our shape also will be distorted. That means that bones, they play a very, very important role, okay, in the skeleton, all right? Because they have to what? Provide what? The framework itself, okay? They have to provide what? The framework itself, all right? Then now, you should also know that bones are made up of protein collagen. Bones, they are made up of protein collagen, all right? Made up of protein collagen, okay? Which what forms what? A soft framework, which help to what? To form a soft framework. And bones also, they are hardened. Bones are hardened. They are hardened, okay, by what? Minerals called calcium phosphate. All right, bones, they are hardened by what? By minerals. These are minerals, not your Coke and Fanta. Okay, they are hardened by minerals called what? Calcium what? Phosphate. And a bone consists of two parts. We call the proximal head and the distal head. Okay, a bone consists of two parts. We have one, the proximal head, and then number two, the distal head. Now, the proximal head is the head of the bone to the body, okay? The proximal head is the head of the bone to the body. Take note, okay? The proximal head is defined as the head of the bone to the body, while the distal head is the head of the bone away from the body. Distal head, head of the bone away from the body, okay? Like I said, that the bone is made up of two parts, the proximal head and the distal head. The proximal head is the head of the bone to the body, while the distal head is the head of the bone away from the body, okay? Please take note of that. It's very, very important. Now, the largest, the longest, the strongest bone in the human body is called the femur. Okay, it is the longest. Okay, it is the largest. Okay, it is the strongest bone in the human body. It is called what? The femur, okay, or the thigh bone, also called the thigh bone. Please take note of that. Okay, it's an exam question, all right? The longest, the hardest, the strongest bone, okay, in the human body is the femur, okay, or the thigh bone, all right? That is that. Why the smallest bone in the human body is called the stapes. Okay, it's called the stapes. S-T-A-P-E-S. This one is found in the what? In the middle ear. Okay, it is found in what? In the middle ear. Please take note of what? Of that. All right. So that is what? That for what? For the bones. Okay. So the strongest is femur, the longest is femur. While the what? The shortest, the smallest rather, is the stapes in the what? In the middle ear. All right. So now quickly, we are quickly going to look at what? Types of what? Skeleton. And there are three types of what? Of skeleton. Okay. Three types of skeleton. Number one, like you have known, is what? The endoskeleton. Another one is the exoskeleton. And the last one is what? The hydrostatic skeleton. Okay. So three types of skeleton in the human body. Types of skeleton. Okay, so number one, we have the what? The endoskeleton. Okay, number two, we have what? The exoskeleton. And then number three, we have the hydrostatic skeleton. Now, the endoskeleton consists of what? Of hard mineralized structures. Okay, located inside an organism. This one is located endo. When you hear endo, know that what is inside the body of what of the organism. Okay, it's located inside endo, inside the body of an organism. Okay, made up of what? Hard mineralized structures. Okay, located inside the body of what of the organism, and they actually were made up of what? Bones. Okay, usually was made up of what? Of bones. And the type of organisms you can find what? The endoskeleton is, for example, most vertebrates. Okay, so you can find what? Endoskeleton in what? In most what? Vertebrates. Now, for the exoskeleton, it's a type of skeleton that is found outside the body of the organism. Okay, exo, outside, endo, inside. Okay, exoskeleton is a type of skeleton that is found outside the body of the organism. And of course, an example of what? Of organisms that have what? Exoskeleton, that what? They are the arthropods. Arthropods. Okay, these organisms what? Have what? Exoskeleton. All right, like your insect, like your spider, like your scorpion, all right, like your crabs. Okay, they have what? Exo what? Skeleton. Then of course, we also have what? The hydrostatic skeleton. Now, the hydrostatic skeleton is formed by a fluid-filled compartment, okay, within the body. Okay, and that fluid compartment is called the column. All right, please take note of that. Okay, so the hydrostatic skeleton is formed by a fluid-filled compartment within the body, okay, called what? This column. Now, this compartment is usually under what we call what? Hydrostatic pressure. Under hydrostatic pressure because of what? Of this what? Fluid. Okay, this fluid-filled compartment is usually what? Under hydrostatic pressure because of what? This fluid, okay, that is what? That is present, and usually what helps to what? To protect what? The internal what? Organs. Okay, so that is that for what? For hydrostatic what? Hydrostatic what? Skeleton. Right? This fluid-filled compartment is usually under hydrostatic pressure and helps to what? Support what? The other organs of the organism. This type of skeleton is found in soft-bodied animals. Soft-bodied animals, like for example, your sea anemone. All right. For example, your sea anemone. All right. It's also found in a soft-bodied animal like earthworm. Okay, you can find them in what? In earthworm also. All right. Also, you can find them in cnidarians. You can find them in what? In cnidarians. All right. So these are examples of what? There are so many other examples, but these are the ones I can remember for now. All right, you can find them in sea anemone, you can find them in earthworm, you can find them what? In cnidarians. All right, so these are the type of examples of what? Of hydrostatic or skeleton. So there are three types of what? Skeleton. Endoskeleton, which is found inside the body of the what? Of the organism. Okay, made up of hard mineralized structures. Okay, and this type of skeleton usually will have bones, and they are found in most what? Vertebrates. Then the exo found outside the body of the organism, like in arthropods, like your crabs, like your shrimps, okay, like your spiders, okay, like your scorpions, all right. Then of course we also have the hydrostatic or skeleton, all right. This one is what is formed by what? By the fluid compartment within the what? The body called what? This column. And because what? This what? Compartment is usually under hydrostatic pressure, it helps to what? To support and what? Protect what? The internal what? Organs, all right. Found in soft-bodied animals like the sea anemone, like the earthworm, okay, and the cnidarians. Okay, so this is where we end for today. In the next class, we are going to look at the mammalian skeleton. So you prepare for the class. But before we go, let us answer questions from the O3 School JAMB app, the ones we're supposed to do at the end of the class. Okay, this is a 2008 question number 4. In fact, these questions are very easy, so I'm not going to answer them. You tell me the answers in the comment section. All right, this is a 2008 question number 4 using the question side feature. They said, use the diagram below to answer the questions. We're giving number 1. We're given 4 organisms there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then we're told that which of the organism is characterized by the possession of a chitinous exoskeleton. I know that chitinous exoskeleton is usually found in where? In what? In arthropods. Usually found in arthropods. Okay. So you should look for anything that looks like insect there, look like scorpion there, look like crab there. Okay. So look for it. And if you see number 1 looks like an insect, right? That means that should be our answer. 2 is fish. Fish does not have chitinous exoskeleton. 3 is bird, doesn't. Okay, and then you are seeing what a plant. Okay, so the correct answer there is looking at you. So please choose it and tell me the answer in the comment section. 2013, number 31, it says the chitin is in the exoskeleton of many arthropods is threatened by what? Okay, I told you that it is threatened by. Let me not say it. I nearly said it. Answer the A say calcium compounds, B say organic salt, C say lipids, D say proteins. So tell me the answer in the comment section. 2013 number 8 says, which of the following describes the characteristics of arthropods? A say the body is not divided into a number of segments. B say the body is covered by chitin. C say the organism finds it easy to grow freely. D say the organism has a pair of jointed appendages. Okay, tell me the answer in the comment section. Very easy. We've talked about it in the class. Now, 2022 number 26 said there are dash forms of skeletal materials found in an animal. Stress this very well. A say 2, B 3, C 4, D 6. Okay, I'll tell you an example. Should I tell you one of the examples? I'm not going to tell you. Tell me the answer in the comment section. All right. Now, 2020 number 20 says, which of the following structures is not a skeletal material? A says chitin, B say cartilage, C say bone, D say muscle. Okay, tell me the answer in the comment section. 220 number 19 said, the longest bone in the body is the A say humerus, B say femur, C say scapula, D say tibia. Tell me the answer in the comment section. 2023 number 9 says, which of the following statements best describe the difference between bones and cartilages? Which of the following statements best describe the difference between bones and cartilages? We talk about bones, talk about cartilages. A says bones are hard and provide support, while cartilages is soft and flexible. B says bones are found only in vertebrates, while cartilages is found in both vertebrates and invertebrates. C says bones are made up of collagen fibers, while cartilage is made up of calcium salts. D says bones are avascular, while cartilage is highly vascularized. Okay, the answer is looking at you there. All right, and you can pick it and tell me the answer in the comment section. Okay, I'll reply your comment and tell you which one you got wrong. All right, so please get the application, activate it, start using it to your own advantage. Look at our testimonies and you see that your testimony is very near. All right, I wish you all the best. I'll see you in the next class where we'll talk about the mammalian skeleton. Thank you for watching.